Welcome to the Crypto Business channel. Today we are reviewing a Quadrant Protocol project. First today it's token metrics. Soft cap 3 million USD, hard cap 20 million USD, total supply 1 billion, token type ERC20, token AFS 40%, token price 0.05 USD, it's 1 equad. 1 billion equad will be created during the TGE. The token will be distributed as follows: 40% to the crowd sale, 20% to be held by company, 20% to the stakeholders, 10% to the reserve, and 10% to the team. Restricted USA, Canada, New Zealand, China, South Korea. If the contributions received amount to a total of more than 7 million USD, the token will be distributed as so investors will receive 40% of their tokens upon the close of the equad token sale. The other 60% will be distributed over the course of 4 years, with being released annually. Unsold token will be locked up and held in reserve. Another token sale for these unsold tokens will then be held not earlier than 2 years after the current token sale. Details of the allocation are as follows: R&D 30% will be allocated to the building of the network building SDKs for different applications, including mobile and IoT, creating front-end interfaces for the creations of constellations, creating a portal interface for purchasing data products, and creating clients for accessing and reading the chain. Business and network development 35% will be allocated to creating programs to encourage high-quality data to be brought to the network. This includes a special program for the development of islands. Based on the years of experience that the Quadrant Protocol team possesses, it will prioritize filling the missing data gaps in the market. The Quadrant Protocol team will also foster innovative usage cases and solutions based on the data available in the network. This is intended to help move sellers in bright, high-quality data to the network. Operations and security 25% will be allocated to daily operations, the running of nodes, network security, and the security of constellations to the network. Legal, accounting, and compliance 5% will be allocated to ensure that frameworks are in place for data licensing and that all accounting and compliance is done correctly. Treasury 5% will be allocated to ensure the smooth running of the system and that no one is shut out or unable to use the service due to the lack of availability of tokens. We note that intended distributions of funds between R&D, business and network development, operation and security, treasury and legal accounting and compliance is healthily taken into account the project nature and its key features and current stage of development. Quadrant operates as a side chain on their own POA chain with its own native token. Quadrant is releasing an ERC20 token for the purpose of the sale, which will interact with a gateway between the chains. Quadrant will operate on a proof of authority consensus mechanism to handle more transactions, operate at lower gas price, achieve faster transactions, and restrict malicious nodes from entering the data. An external proof of work chain will also be used as an anchor for security purpose. Proof and authority secure can handle the transaction volumes we require and the enterprise use case Quadrant is solving for. Quadrant is PoA and can anchor into any public chain. They will start with a Ethereum anchor but can change to any network if needed. The Quadrant protocol is a blockchain-based network protocol that enables the access to creation and distribution of data products and services with authenticity and provenance at its core. It is envisioned to act as a blueprint that provides an organized system for the utilization of the centralized data. The architecture consists of the core Quadrant blockchain, clients, data producer, data consumer, and anchor and guardian nodes. Quadrant will operate on a proof of authority consensus mechanism so that it can handle more transactions, operate at lower gas price, achieve faster transactions, and restrict malicious nodes from entering data into the network. An external proof of work chain will also be used as an anchor for security purpose. For the time being, the Ethereum blockchain will be used for anchoring, but it can be replaced by any public chain in the future if needed. Quadrant will have the following initial features and services. First, data stamping protocol. Second, stamp verification. Third, open constellations. Next, it's network nodes and clients. Data encasement by Elons, public chain anchors. In future, Quadrant is intended to have the following features that are aimed at helping to solve the problem in the data economy. Proof of data authenticity and provenance, constellations for disparate data sources, fair remuneration and incentive sharing, MVP or else testnet, Quadrant testnet, and the project first feature that stamping has been operating successfully over the last few weeks. Stamping the clients live data feed. Data stamping is designed to provide data authenticity from the data source to the data consumer, which acts as a fundamental layer of trust in the network. By putting a data signature on the block, the Quadrant protocol will be able to track the movements of data and understand where there have been manipulations. This is set up to ensure data authenticity and help track provenance for compliance applications. During the extended tests, the team was working with the real prototype for one of the clients. So, testnet scenario. Producer clients process data feed that delivers 400 megabytes every 5 minutes. Next step, when data is saved into the S3 buckets, the Quadrant procedure client is triggered and hashes the data. Next step, it's this data hash along with the metadata of the feed is combined and sent to be stamped into the Quadrant network. And next step, the data consumer, upon receiving the data, runs the Quadrant consumer's clients, hashes the data and verifies the data on the chain prior to consumption. Technical next steps. With the throughput and real client use case validated, the next step will be continue to test the strength and security of the procedure clients against other data feeds scenarios and launch the mainnet. Roadmap. The testnet was already available at the time of review, having been released on May, so the risk for potential investors is reduced when compared to projects without an MVP before during their ICO. Next, the disadvantage of this roadmap is that it only covers the technical aspects of the project and does not lay out the business development process A.G. When and how marketing activities will be performed, how many users the platform the company intends to reach by the end of 2019 and in first quarter 2020 or etc. The Quadrant Protocol is envisaged as a blockchain-based network protocol that enables to access to creation and distribution of data products and services with authenticity and provenance at its core. It is envisioned to act to a blueprint that provides an organized system for the utilization of decentralized data. Quadrant maps disparate data sources so that new, innovative data products can potentially be created to help companies meet their data needs. For today, this is end. Subscribe to my channel for more information about ICO. Invest and make money. Good luck.